Good evening. 26 years ago, Max Wasser, Oliver Shalom, OHEL's esteemed president, a brilliant businessman, and an incredible Baal Chesed, together with other OHEL elders, sat with Moishe Hellman and myself and told us a change was needed. We moved closer, ready to hear what he was going to tell us. And then he surprised us. He said that OHEL needed a change, an infusion of energy, and a vibrant young spark to lead OHEL into the next generation. Moishe Hellman was that spark. We've heard this before in Jewish history. Moshe, you be our leader. It is incredible how quickly 26 years have gone by. And even more incredible, how much growth and expansion there have been in OHEL's programs in this time spring. I want to make sure everyone here tonight understands that under Moshe's leadership, OHEL has seen the creation of these various programs. The Maurice and Rose Halpern Lifetime Care Foundation, domestic violence services, shelters, and counseling, 3-day HAB programs, addiction prevention and treatment, the Marvin Cayley Tikva Treatment Mental Health Program, Camp Cayley at the OHEL in Los Angeles, intensive trauma and bereavement counseling, the Reader Adult Mental Health Services Center, the Langler Center for People with Developmental Disabilities, the Institute for Leadership Training, the Ganger Family Medical Center, the significant addition of desperately needed services and beds in residences for people with both developmentally and mental health disabilities. And finally, the magnificent, yes, the magnificent OHEL Jaffa Family Campus, our new Flatbush headquarters. Thank you, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, all that in 26 years. Thank you, Moshe. Of course, all that would not happen without the tremendous efforts of our devoted and dedicated professional staff, led by our great COO, David Mandel. Thank you. Most importantly, our growth has also been in quality, not just in quantity. The fact that Moishe Hellman is stepping aside to become President Emeritus, but will continue serving as OHEL's ombudsman, speaks to our incredible quality of service. Moishe Hellman wants to be our eyes and ears. He wants to monitor our services, and he will always seek the truth. The emes in each case is heard, and each cry is listened to. Of course, I have no doubt that our new co-president, Jake Kestenbaum, will do that exact thing as well. Jay, you have and continue to be an integral part of OHEL for many years. We look forward to the continuation of your valuable insights and your many issues confronting the children of OHEL. Phyllis and I look forward for many years to come working with you and Chani. You have worked closely together for many years. Together we have. And now it will certainly be my distinct honor to call you my co-president. Mazel Tov, Jay. Razi, dear Razi, you have let Moishe do all this. You are his partner in all this undercover chesed. Every Batman has a Robin. You, Razi, are a quiet witness to all the glory of Moshe's holy work. Moishe, you have been my personal mentor, my personal role model for all these years, my personal mentor as well as so many others. You have taught us well, not just how you act, but how to react. In fact, in your own incredible way, you have carved out a unique niche for yourself in helping OHEL look forward to the next 26 years. At the same time, you're properly challenging us, the current board, for us, the current board, what to do in the next 26 years. Moishe, we thank you, and we love you, and we wish you Mazel Tov. Please come forward.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Board of Directors. Thank you, Jay. I have so much emotion built up, which I did not write on these pages, but I was told stick to the text. Tonight is an important night for OHEL, not because of what is changing, but because of what is not changing. OHEL's letterhead will look different. You will start receiving letters and emails from a co-president named Jay. But the essence of OHEL will not change. because the new co-president treasures the values of OHEL and loves OHEL's children and families as much as this co-president. All of us here tonight are the beneficiaries of the strong Jewish tradition known as Midor Ledor. Through the golden chain of Torah values that matter, Midor Ledor unites every generation. Generations who lived centuries ago and generations not yet born. The new OHEL co-president strongly holds on to that chain. Jay treasures what he learned from his most choshev parents and grandparents. And Jay teaches and passes those lessons to his children and grandchildren. So we celebrate tonight a change at OHEL that Baruch Hashem means no real change at OHEL. I want to thank my dear wife, Razi, and my family for supporting me in my decades of service to OHEL's children and families. I turn to my Yedid and presidential co-partner, Mel Zachter. Mel, I was correct when I told you on the first day that I became president that the only way that I will succeed will be to have you, Mel, at my side. Oh, how true. Thank you, Mel. I also turn tonight to David Mandel and the professionals at OHEL and say thank you. Thank you for being the real reasons for OHEL being a high-quality and professional, heartfelt organization. At this important moment, I would like to speak directly to Jay and thank him for stepping forward at this critical time for OHEL's children and families. Jay, I know that you will, Im Yirtzeh Hashem, lead OHEL to another successful chapter in its 50-year history together with Mel. Let me tell you the story of how I was first introduced to OHEL. Somewhere on the west coast of the United States is a grandmother named Miriam. When she was a child, Miriam lived in New York, but not everyone called her Miriam. Before I even heard of OHEL, I purchased a package of apartment buildings. Those who are involved in the world of real estate know that buying a package of building is a little like buying a grab bag in a closed box. There will be some treasures in the package, but some of the buildings will need a lot of work. When I looked over the list of residents for the first time, one name on one list stood out: Goldberg. It did not stand out because Goldberg is an unusual Jewish name, but it stood out because that particular building was one where I did not expect to see any Jewish names. So I went to visit the Goldberg apartment to find out what's really going on. A young woman opens the door, she looks at me and shocks me by starting to speak to me in Yiddish. She confirms that her name is Goldberg, as a matter of fact, Chana Goldberg. She tells me that she can only talk for a few minutes because she's on her way to Borough Park with her boyfriend to visit their 10-year-old daughter. Chana's elderly Holocaust survivor parents call their granddaughter Miriam. Chana and her boyfriend call their daughter Mary. She tells me that their daughter is in foster care at a place called OHEL. Foster care. I never heard of anything called OHEL. I quickly learned that OHEL was relatively new, and OHEL did have the only foster care program in New York City dedicated to Jewish children. I also learned that Miriam's parents, Chana and her boyfriend, were both using drugs. That was the reason why Miriam was in foster care. It was for her protection from her own parents. Sadly, both Miriam's mother and father passed away because of their addictions. Miriam remained in foster care until she became an adult. Her amazing foster parents provided her with a loving home for many years. OHEL's professionals provided her with counseling to help her through her traumatic childhood and adolescence. Miriam eventually married, had children, and is now Bubby Miriam. This story took place 45 years ago, and that's when I became a board member. Jay, your first introduction to OHEL was very different than mine. You responded to a visit by OHEL board member Fred Shulman, asking you to chair the dinner where the Shulman family named one of OHEL's programs in memory of their parents. But when I think about it, both of us were introduced to OHEL because of its foster care program. The foster care program is now named the Milton and Molly Shulman Foster Care Program. The foster care program rated year after year for, I don't remember, but I think at least 15 years, in the top 2 or 3 foster care agencies in New York City. What a Kiddush Hashem. Jay, both of us have met many young men and women whose OHEL foster parents changed their lives forever and welcome other Miriams into their home. Both of us learned to embrace all of OHEL's programs, and as Mel mentioned, there are many. Both of us understand how important it is to share OHEL's story with family, friends, neighbors, and business associates. Jay, you will fit right into the rich legacy of OHEL's presidents because your feelings about OHEL run deep, as every previous OHEL president did. You understand that we need to respond to the cries of children at risk. You understand that we have to be ready to answer the calls from families and individuals in crisis. You understand that we have to continue building and maintaining homes and apartments for members of the Jewish family community who need a safe place to live. All of us are celebrating tonight because Jay Kestenbaum is becoming OHEL's co-president. Jay, we know that under your leadership and presidential partnership with Mel Zachter, OHEL will continue to become better and better. Thank you, Jay, for stepping up. I wish you, Mel, Phyllis, Chani, and your mishpoches, mazel, bracha, v'hatzlocha. I love you so much.